Greetings, Wellness Inspiration Blog community. This is your wellness coach, Tyra Omilade, here to share some wellness inspiration with you on your path to a higher level of health, well-being, and just whatever you're looking for in the body, mind, and the spirit. So, yesterday I had a revelation, not a revelation, but a reminder of something that I truly now believe in. Didn't used to believe in it, but I believe in it now. And that is daily weighing. And here lately, your coach is getting coached. There is a weight loss program that we can join through my insurance. I decided to join it because coaches need coaching and accountability, and we need people to care about us too in order for us to get to where we're trying to go. And you all know I am not where I want to be, so I coach from a place of we all in this together. So I'm in this group. The coach is actually really good, but what she taught the group is that we should weigh once a week. I was like, nah, I ain't weighing once a week. And when I told her I weigh every day, I could kind of tell she wasn't totally vibing that. And my point is that if I weigh once a week, I'm missing out on a lot of information. I didn't used to think that. I used to think I cannot weigh more than once a week. I mean, some people even say, don't even weigh, just go by how your clothes fit you. No, don't go by how your clothes fit you if that doesn't work. Because what was happening before, when I wasn't weighing not even once a week, I would get on the scale and see the scale was up, but maybe the day before the scale could have been down. That's something I've noticed. And so for those of us who struggle with the scale, one lady said to me the other day, oh, when I get on the scale, I just get depressed. I'm like, no, the scale should not make you depressed. What should make you depressed is you skipped your workout. What should make you depressed is you ate whatever doesn't make you lose weight. As a matter of fact, it can make you gain weight. Why are we not getting depressed at our lifestyle? No, we enjoy skipping workouts. We enjoy this food. We enjoy not getting enough sleep because of whatever. Maybe we're staying up. Some of us might be missing sleep because we really can't sleep. I get that. But we can get in bed at a good time and rest. Rest works, And so I'm just saying from a place of I understand if anybody, once I get to where I want to go, if anybody tells me I don't understand, I will share every video that I'm making while I'm in the midst of this. So this is for all of y'all that think I don't know. I know. Some people can be obsessive. I can be obsessive with the scale. I get on the scale, I don't like what it says, and I'm like, well, maybe if I take a few deep breaths, maybe if I stretch a little bit, and maybe the scale isn't working right. I'm just going to keep getting on the scale, hoping to see a different number. I saw a video where the lady said she used to weigh herself about 9 times a day. See, the problem is not the number on the scale. The problem is our mindset. The problem is our choices, and the problem is lack of education of understanding how our bodies really work. That's really the problem. If you really want to boil it down to something, it is not the number on the scale. You've got to get that out of your mind if you have a problem with daily weighing. Daily weighing, you must train yourself to understand that number will teach you what is working and what is not working. That's really what the scale is showing you. If the scale can be a gauge. For those of us that are like, oh, I just want to eat a little bit of this, or I'm going to skip my workout. And we do that a little bit too often. The scale will be a gauge as to, that's not working for you. That's not working for you. We look at the number and we've allowed society to make us believe that if the scale reads a certain number, then we're a bad person. And that's a bunch of BS. Or, it's like we want the scale to say what we want it to say, but we don't necessarily feel like we are obligated to do what it takes to get the scale to have the number that we want it to have, And so last week, I was out of pocket unexpectedly. My husband's uncle passed, and I was already headed up there to stay at my father-in-law's house for a performance. But it turned out that I had to stay longer. We got there Thursday. I came back Saturday. But I wasn't planning on being up there that long. And it was a little stressful. It's a funeral. And I just started seeing myself get off my routines. The routine's everything for me. And once I set a routine that works, I have to stick with that routine. But I've noticed stress and being out of pocket or whatever, it'll make me sometimes forego what I know I need to do. And so I started seeing myself making changes. Like, I know I need to stop eating around 2:30 unless I have skipped a meal. So if I eat breakfast and then I go a long period of time without eating much, and then I eat at 5 or 6, that's fine. Because for me, intermittent fasting is what I have to do in order to keep my weight lower. And it's just good for me overall. And I forgot that they have the fish sandwiches at Wendy's. And I so badly wanted one of those cod filet sandwiches. And so that's what I got. Now, I did not get fries, but I did get the cod filet. And it was after a long day of dance or whatever, so that was fair. And then somebody gave me cake, which is like it's like kryptonite. And I told myself, I'm not going to eat the cake. And then I was like, I'll just eat a little bit of cake. This is after me having been out of pocket, not exercising, not doing yoga, laying around for a little while because, I was not home. And even though I did go and dance, it was not what I typically do for my workout. I don't count performances or teaching as my workouts. And so I just was watching myself. Came home, and I think I was still at 176 before I ate the cake. The cake I got on Sunday. And I even ate a little bit of it and saw, this is kryptonite. I'm bad with cake. I've not beat this cake love that I have. So I just took the whole cake, threw it away. So don't nobody give me no cake because your cake's going to get thrown away. Okay? So I'm trying to tell folks. Get on the scale on Monday, 177 point whatever. I was like, and I didn't, because I'm not recording, which is another thing. I'm not tracking my food. Oh, yeah. And even on, I think it was Sunday, I was outside cutting the grass. I was like, okay, I ate cake, so I'm going to go outside and I'm going to cut the grass. That gives me some activity for Sunday. So I went out, cut the grass. And in the middle of that, I don't know what made me do this. I was like, I just want something good to eat. And I had made some soup. And so I was like, I'm not going to eat the soup, really. I just eat the broth. I ate a little bit of the solid part of the soup. Ate the broth. I was like, just doing all these little tricks. I drank some, apple cider vinegar. To keep my insulin low and help me to digest the food, And so then Monday, it was 177, but it took me a minute because I haven't been tracking my food to realize, what did I do to make me go back up to 177? I haven't been here lately. On Tuesday, I can't remember what I did on Monday. I did something that was out of whack on Monday. And Tuesday, it was like 177 and a point, whatever, a little bit higher. I'm like, oh my God. And I think Tuesday, I don't know what I did on Tuesday. Anyway, I sat down a little extra. I didn't get my 10,000 steps. And by this time, I'm starting to have conversations with myself like, okay, you can't get wigged out, because I had told myself I'm not caring what the scale says. I'm caring about what I do. But I knew I had been off. And so now I'm caring about the scale. I'm starting to lose it. And I told myself, I didn't see you sitting around crying when you were eating the cake, when you were doing whatever you're doing, eating after 2:30. I haven't really skipped my exercises because that's something I've been trying to get myself to do. But I did sit down way too much one day working in my home business and was looking at Instagram. I even said that to myself. I don't see you crying when you're sitting around on Instagram instead of getting on your trampoline. I don't see you crying when you're doing all this stuff that you know doesn't get you the results you want. Don't cry to me. And I told myself I'm going to be my own coach. Buck up, little camper, is what I told myself. I don't want to hear it. So yesterday was Wednesday, and I was on point. Now, I don't have to work out on Wednesday because I teach 2 classes. So I'm not going to work out. I did my yoga. I put my neck in traction. Eating was on point. And this morning I wake up and I'm down a pound, And so if I had not been weighing daily, it may have taken me several days to realize my weight's going up. And by that time, I may have been 178 because I got up to 177.8 yesterday. So if I had waited without getting on that scale every day, I would not know my weight is creeping up to be able to do something about it. The other thing that my weight has shown me is I'm sensitive to sodium. Never crossed my mind. I would think to myself, what is making my weight change like this? So I've gone out of my way. So if I eat my cashews or almonds, I rub them and to get the salt off of them. Anything I can do to lower sodium, I'm buying lower sodium turkey bacon, which I'm not eating a whole bunch of that, but I'm doing everything I can to lower sodium, and I notice weight goes down. There's certain foods that I eat that will make my weight go up. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I'm beginning to see the scale changes, the changes in the scale. It really and truly is leading me to doing things that are actually really good for me. So I believe in weighing daily. If you have, some kind of eating disorder or something like that, yeah, maybe you don't need to weigh every day. Maybe you need to get your eating disorder together. And I'm so serious. I'm not being rude. I'm the queen of eating disorders. So I can say, if you have an eating disorder and that scale is controlling you and it's making you starve yourself, that's ridiculous. If that scale is making you starve yourself, it's something else up here. It has nothing to do with your weight. It has more to do with wounding, and you need to go get therapy. I have a friend that had anorexia. The only thing that fixed it was her working on her wounding, and she went through therapy. She actually had a therapist, I think, that specialized in eating disorders. If that scale is making you throw up, maybe you shouldn't weigh every day. Maybe you need to look at your wounding. You need to go to therapy because it's not about the number on the scale, people. If that number on the scale makes you descend into a sea of emotion where you cannot control what you're eating because you're a compulsive overeater and that's how you deal with stress, maybe you shouldn't get on the scale. And instead, you need to get some support. You need to go to a therapist and deal with your wounding. And for all of us who are emotional eaters, maybe we're not as serious in terms of our eating disorder, but we definitely are emotional eaters. And I'm not really into Dr. Phil, but I'll never forget when he said, this is something that has stuck with me. You need to deal with your emotional problems emotionally, not with food. When has food ever fixed a problem that you're worried about? It has not. I'm the queen of emotional eating. I'm the queen of compulsive overeating. I'm sorry, people. The food, it might be our friend, we think. And to a certain degree, that's ridiculous. It makes no sense. Why are we not just facing our problems head on? If we can't get on the scale and not lose it, then it's something inside of us that needs to change, because that scale is such a good tool to use to know whether or not you're taking in too much sodium. It doesn't seem like it. Our palate is so used to it. It doesn't seem like we're taking in a lot of sodium. But if I'm eating foods, that's what it was. I would eat foods that had high sodium, processed foods. And I began to realize, wait a minute, when I don't eat the processed foods, my weight goes down. Well, processed foods in the United States, they have ridiculous amounts of sodium in them. And I'm like, okay, we don't need to eat a lot of sodium. We don't need to eat too little, but definitely too much is not good for the body. And so my body was retaining fluid. So yeah, we need to use this scale, and we need to not let it control our emotions. And I really believe in 2B mindset. And so if you want to get 2B mindset, it's a part of the Beachbody family of products, workouts and programs. Let me know. Let a sister know. That program has been the best thing I've ever done in terms of nutrition. I've done quite a bit of research on nutrition. That's the only one that has made sense for me. And the thing that has turned so much around for my weight is daily weighing. This is Tyra Hargrove, your wellness inspiration coach, wishing you a wonderful day and peace with the scale. I'm out.